Welcome back, good people. Here we are looking at the roof plan of the same project, and again the scale is 1 to 100. Okay, what the roof plan shows us is the direction of fall of the roof itself, so the direction the water would run off in the event of rain. What we have here running through the middle is a ridge, and that's the highest point of the whole building. There's another smaller ridge here, but it's lower. Okay, so at this point here, water would run downhill in this direction, okay, from the ridge, and it would run downhill from this direction. This little area of the roof here, we call this end here a hip roof. Okay, this is a gable roof because the walls are flat, and at the top of the walls run right up to the peak here. Okay, so here we have another smaller ridge. Now you can see that this is an inclined section of roof. Okay, and the pitch is 20 degrees. So this is the inclination of this is 20 degrees from horizontal. So if I move along here, and this gutter line would run along here. If I came up to the same height here, if I walked up a hill and I stopped in line with that, it's obvious that I'm not as high as I would be if I kept walking. So I can easily tell where the highest part of the roof is. I come down the roof, and then I would move horizontally along this small ridge. But this part of the roof here is called a valley, and this is a hip. So just like in nature, water flows down the hill into the valley, flows down into the valley here. Okay, so water is collected in a valley gutter and disposed of into the eaves or fascia gutter. Obviously, there's an external bend here, so the roof has to come along here and bend around the corner. So water flows away from the hip into the gutter, away from the hip into the gutter again, and so on. This is a bit of an ugly looking sort of roof there, but I don't know why it's been done like that. It's a bit of an architectural eyesore. Anyway, these dimensions of 450 millimeters here denote the eaves overhang. Now the eaves overhang is that horizontal, or it may be inclined, but it's that part of the roof that you may choose to stand under if you're caught in the rain. Okay, so we call the underside of that the soffit or the soffit, however you like to pronounce it. So if you were going into a shopping centre car park and you looked up at the underside of a concrete slab, we would call that the slab soffit. Okay, so here we have a line that's basically missing along the back here because of a poor drawing, and we have a level eaves soffit. Hardy's is a brand, it's a company. Okay, so what we're actually specifying here is a flat fibre cement sheet. Okay, and it's going to be horizontal out the back there, I believe. Flat level eaves soffit. Okay, we've got Colorbond metal roofing. Colorbond is just a proprietary brand name from a company that makes sheet metal roofing, and they also make sheet metal wall cladding. And Colorbond is just a factory applied and baked paint finish. Provide all necessary cappings, flashings, fixings to metal roof sheeting to a manufacturer's specification. So obviously if you provide all the various components, screws, flashings, cappings and things like that in accordance with a manufacturer's specification, then you are basically protecting yourself against claims from a client for defective work. Okay, it's an easy way to cover yourself. Use the right materials, right components, all the things go together and you're pretty sweet. Colorbond barge board to roof gable. I'll talk about that in the next drawing when we look at the elevations. Colorbond fascia, gutter, downpipes are selected. Same thing. The fascia boards are the same as a barge board. They're just in a different location. Line of external wall shown below shown dotted. So that dotted line or dashed line that runs around here, you will recall, is our external wall, and this is the location of the garage in here, and that's our front entry, and there's our rear entry. We'll have a little deck off and stairs off the side there. Okay, the roof plan, I think I did mention it was 1 in 100. North is still pointing in the same direction. We're looking at sheet 6 of 9 here. Everything else on the drawing is still the same. Okay, so now what we'll do is go and have a look at the elevations. We'll talk about the barge and the fascia boards.